Pub Sports Radio, baby. Monday, June 22nd. 13 MLB games on the card today. A few things I'm definitely liking. I think it's going to be a good show today. No guarantees, but that's definitely, honestly, how I'm feeling. Tune in, baby.
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning. Mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Strike. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm trying to...
All right, what up, Pub Sports Radio? You know, I just I like that you can see me like Illuminati line. I do like that. You can see me like Illuminati. Sometimes I rap that to myself while I'm walking down the street, but I'm wide open like the yawning. I don't know about that one, man. I think that's trying a little bit too hard. I don't know. I mean, I like the whole rap, of course, not as much as the one that I did in Central Park, but it's good. It's just that line. I just don't know if I'm really feeling. I'll think about it a little bit more. Shout out to everyone, Frank, Virginia. Phillies are used. Oh, okay. So for the Philly, there definitely have been some uncertain pitching situations for the teams. Let me see. I thought it was who's going to Rangel. Yeah, I'm seeing Rangel as the primary for Philly. Is that not the case? Is he not the primary for Philly? We'll talk about it. A lot of Kumar Rocker for Texas is the primary. Looks like everything. There have been some pitching changes that have caught me off guard in this in these shows, but as of right now, everything looks as I was planning. Although, now Lauer's a primary. I didn't catch that, so the Dodgers are going to have an opener. I capped that game with Lauer as a starter. He's still the primary, but there's going to be an opener there. All right, okay, we'll look at it all. Shout out nasty motherfucking Nate. Let me get all my I have most of my notes up here. Not exactly everything. Let's pull them all out here. And again, some funny stuff going on with odd screens and stuff. So I think my odd screen is what was causing the delays in the two shows last week. And I think that's been fixed. So I'm not going to use an odd screen for this show. So I won't be able to off the cuff look up limit changes and opening lines and odd changes and all that. But I'll hopefully get that worked out by the next show later on this week. Let me make sure I got everything here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. All right. Yes, indeed. And in the Discord, I did post that I took a parlay minus 112 Argentina with France first. Argentina full game money with France first half, and of course Argentina cashed that one first half. And now we got full game, the first half of the parlay, full game, and now we got France first half. If they can cash that, then we win the parlay minus 112. We put in the Discord, Pub Sports Radio, baby. Oh no, are we freezing again? Wait a minute, everything should be okay. We should not be freezing right now. All right, don't have my odd screen up. I do have fucking RotoWire up. Is it possible? I'll shut RotoWire down. I'll shut all this shit down. I'll just do everything off the head top, off the dome. What other information do I need here? All right. Hopefully things will be okay here. Shout out Swiggy. Nasty motherfucking Nate. All right. I think we got everything here. Damn it. I just saw myself freezing for a second, but hopefully things are okay. We will figure this shit out. I'm a little bit pissed off about that, but all right. Okay. Let me pull up my my last notes page here, and then we'll get it going. Damn it. Okay. Fucking freezing bullshit. Tech bullshit. Let's just go back to fucking pre-electricity, man. 1830s, baby. Churn your own fucking butter. Shout out Justin McKelvey. All right. We got everyone in the comments section now. Justin, nasty motherfucking Nate, Frank, Virginia, Mark, man. Don't freeze up on me now. All right, let's do this. All right. I am feeling kind of good about a few games today. Definitely a few are going to be definite pass stream, but let's start with Yankees and Detroit. All right. Cole against Valdez. This one is, if I do have a bet, it's going to be very small and not a strong opinion either way. The Yankees are a small favorite here. Of course, the Yankees had been awesome. Then they suddenly lost 3 or 4. Now they're back on the road. The offense flamed out for a couple of games, but in general, they're good. Detroit had been slumping a bit, but they just swept the White Sox. So in general, I'm vaguely high on Detroit. And the issue here is that you have 2 starting pitchers who have high upsides, but also a little bit inconsistent, a little hard to get a read on, right? Cole, giving up runs in his last 3 starts, but he still seems pretty good. But his strikeouts are all over the place. Sometimes he's getting a lot. Sometimes he's getting few. And a little bit of an unknown quantity here. Low confidence in my expectations for what to expect of him. And Valdez the exact same way, right? In his career against the Yankees, he's not done well. This year been way up and down, right? He's had 10 good starts, 5 bad ones. He's off a good one, and he's also been worse at home. 3 of his last 4 home starts were bad starts for Valdez. So obviously he has a high upside, but also a low floor kind of. He either gives up 1 or 2 or 4 or more. About 2/3 of the time he's good, but maybe at home he's more vulnerable. And facing the Yankees, even without Judge, the Yankees were starting to hit, doing well. And so this is not a great spot for him, although I wouldn't want to take, the Yankees here as a road favorite. Bullpen's complete wash, both basically middle of the pack for this game. And, Cole's strikeouts all over the place. Despite the fact that I feel very nervous about Valdez here as a home dog, I would take Detroit if you gave me a free play on the side, but I feel very uncomfortable about that. Same with the total. Both these starters could be excellent. Both these starters could get touched. I think it's more likely actually that they get touched. Wins are blowing out at about double digits. So I would have a small lean to the over at 8.5, which is crazy to say. Cole and Valdez at one point were Cole was at one point in his career one of those guys where I was no brainer automatically taking the opposing team's first 5 team total under at 1.5, even at -200 or whatever. And Valdez, of course, is what he is. But considering how they've been this year and the offense is involved, I would have a small lean to the over at 8.5. Not going to bet it, but that's my lean. And no bets on this one. We'll see what the comment section has to say, but I think it's going to be a complete pass. Shout out to everyone. Let me just glance again to make sure we're not freezing up here. Shout out to Mark A. Man, Justin McKelvey, Nasty Nate, Sweetie Bets. Tell us what you think about this game, if anything at all. Just monitoring possible freezing. Looks like everything's okay. I think I'm just gonna pass on this one. Let's see where we are, where the line is right now. Where is this line? Where's this damn line? All right. So line hasn't really moved from this morning. Still, Yankees a small favorite. Actually, it's moved a little bit in Detroit's favor, I guess. A little bit in Detroit's favor, which again, free play, I'd put it on Detroit as a home dog, and free play on the total, definitely put it on the over. That would almost be a lean. That total hasn't moved much either. That's tempting, though. That is a little tempting. 8.5 over -108, but I'm not even going to make that one an official lean or anything. It is tempting to take a shot with the over at 8.5 -108. I don't know if anyone in the comment section is liking this one at all. All right, I'm not even going to make it an official lean, but I will admit that it was an official thought over. And free play would put it on Detroit, but no, I'm definitely not even going to bet that. And that's it. Let's move on. Next game, KC and Tampa Bay. KC and Tampa Bay. We got Waka against Rasmussen. And, of course, Waka, not too terrible, not great, though, giving up like 4 runs a start now. Worse on the road as well. But Rasmussen, in his career, he has been lights out. And then at other times, including this year, more mediocre. But right now, in June, last 3 starts, he is on a flat-out awesome run right now. We've seen this with other pitchers. And a guy like him pitching for Tampa Bay, I would expect that to roughly continue going forward. Can he keep it up? I don't know. But Tampa Bay as a huge home favorite here, I think was warranted. And I did take a shot with Tampa Bay, first 5 and full game. I'd also give a huge bullpen edge to Tampa Bay as well. KC coming off a big series against St. Louis. Of course, for people who don't know geography, that's very close. KC and St. Louis are very close. That's kind of a rivalry matchup. It was the series was high scoring. KC lost their last game. Their offense picked it up in that series, despite Witt still being out. but I think this is definitely a down spot. So I don't like the spot for KC. Tampa Bay, they beat Washington last game, won 2 of 3. Not the juggernaut that they were earlier in the year, but I like them here. So everything to my eye is pointing towards Tampa Bay here. Waka's strikeouts are also way down, so I took a shot with his under strikeouts prop, even at a high favorite line. So in general, liking Waka to struggle at least a little bit here. Rasmussen to be good or flat out lights out once again. Bullpen edge to Tampa Bay, adding it all up. I like Tampa Bay here, and I did take him, and it looks like it hasn't really moved, at least from the morning, in Tampa Bay's favor, a little bit in KC's favor, but that's okay. I can understand when this line gets up high, and KC again was hitting in that series against St. Louis. They did win the last one, or no, they lost the last one, but they wait a minute, what is it? But they won 2 of 3, and obviously they were definitely hitting. And the first 5 line is a little bit more expensive for Tampa Bay, about 15 cents, but not a huge amount. So I'm either going to take the money line minus 189 or the run line minus 122. Let's see what I want to do here. Dan H. Wynn says took Tampa Bay -1. So did I. Justin likes Goldschmidt 2+ bases minus 108. Let's see. He's talking about the Yankees game there, which I don't disagree with. It's just a lot of volatility with Valdez. And Justin likes the Yankees. Okay, minus 130. Yeah, I definitely am more high on Cole than Valdez in this spot. No doubt about it. Bullpen's totally a wash, so I can definitely see it. I don't like the spot for Valdez. I don't love the spot for Cole, but it's not a terrible spot for him. But for Valdez, I don't like the spot at all. So let's see. For this one, what do I want to do here? KC and Tampa Bay. Yeah, no doubt I'll take Tampa Bay full game because also a big bullpen edge here for Tampa Bay. I'll make Tampa Bay -1 full game, an official pick. Money line minus 173, run line plus 123. So that should be about 120 minus 125 or so for Tampa Bay using those lines. Full game -1. That's an official pick, and I got to take them first 5 as well. Question is just, money line minus 189 or the run line minus 122 is obviously the correct thing to do. It just makes me so nervous, but I will do it. Tampa Bay Rays first 5 innings run line -1/2, minus 122 current line at Pinnacle. That's an official pick as well. And as far as the other stuff, I also like. Rasmussen's getting strikeouts, and KC, their strikeout numbers against righties, they don't strike out, but against a guy like Rasmussen, should be able to do it. So I did take that one as well, over 5.5 at I got it like minus 130 or so. Wow, now it looks like it's headed up. I guess I'll take it anyway. Sure, I'm not fucking freezing up, clicking on this and that. I do like Rasmussen strikeouts prop as well. Let's see what we got here, what we can quote here, and then we will move on. But there's a lot. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to have to give a worse number here, minus 139, but I'll make that one official. Rasmussen over 5.5 strikeouts, minus 139, current line at Caesars. I got a better number when I bet it earlier, but that's the line that's available right now, and I will take it. Also, just Rasmussen to go 6 innings looks like it's got that's got to have some value. Although now it's a huge favorite line, so I can't make that an official pick. Just cannot do it. But he should have another quality 6-inning start. And then again, Waka under 4.5 strikeouts, even at a big favorite line, is another thing that I took, and it looks like that is now down to 3.5. So I'm not gonna do that, but definitely did bet Waka under 4.5 strikeouts, even at a big favorite line, and now it's down to 3.5. All right, I guess I'll just leave it there. Not going to overcomplicate things and try to stack too much on top of itself. Just those 3 plays, and that's about it. All right, now let's move on. Next one, Texas and Miami. This is an interesting one. We got Texas. Kumar Rocker is the primary for Texas. Tyler Alexander, the opener. And on the other side, you got Tyler Phillips starting for Miami, who, he was a reliever. His last home start 2 starts ago was excellent, but his other 3 starts have just not been good, and he got crushed in his last start at Philly. And then you got Kumar Rocker for Texas, who has high volatility up and down. He's got good stuff, high volatility. When he's good, he's quite good, but high volatility. Got hit hard in his last appearance So I'm not exactly sure what to make from here. Miami, of course, has been great, rolling, and then they came home and swept San Francisco. They have a huge bullpen edge here as well over Texas. Basically top 10 against bottom 5 for Miami. They do though have a guy was injured, one of their big hitters, right? Who was it? Who was that guy? Liam Hicks, right? So Liam Hicks, team leader in home runs and RBIs, out. So that doesn't help. That hurts them. And they're a relatively small favorite here, So adding it all up, no Hicks for Miami, big bullpen edge for Miami, but then uncertainty as far as the starting pitchers are concerned and the primaries, but more uncertainty for Miami, I guess. I mean, Phillips could be good or get crushed. Rocker could be good or get crushed, but I think it's according to my numbers a little bit more likely that Phillips gets crushed. So two, starting primary pitchers with high uncertainty and volatility here. Clear bullpen edge to Miami and clear team edge to Miami, except with Hicks out, that really helps. If the line was higher, I would take a shot with Texas first 5, but it's not high enough for me to do that. Rocker could get hit anyway. So adding it all up, unquantifiable factor is that the Scotland, fans, the rowdy Scotland fans, are supposedly going to be in the stands for this one. So it's going to be all crazy. It's also Bark in the Park night. So dogs are going to be there, right? So there's going to be dogs and Scotland soccer fans. I don't know which is worse. They're both really bad. In my house, would I rather have 10 dogs or 10 Scotland soccer fans? I mean, I don't even know. I couldn't even make a guess. But they're all going to be there. You got 2 starting pitchers who are uncertain and skittish. The only thing I have is a huge bullpen edge for Miami. So maybe after the starters are out, depending on the score and the odds, I think about live betting Miami. But that's about it. Going to be a pass for me, and I think we will just move on. Land of the Tree likes Marlins money line. Okay. I mean, I can see it. They've been great. They're still good even without Hicks. And again, big bullpen edge. Who knows? I'm going to pass. Justin McKelvey liking Rays -1.5. I agree with that. And let's move on. Interesting game there, but just too many wild uncertainties in that one. I can't touch it. Next game on the card is a Philly and Washington. Now, again, I'm not sure who's going to be. I had this guy Alan Rangel as the primary for Philly, and Foster Griffin as a starter for Washington. And then adding to that uncertainty is you have some serious rain issues. I didn't check recently what the weather is here, but there could easily be a delay, a late start, a postponement, all of that. Some serious rain. It's going to be around 80 with about a 10 wind out, but some serious rain in the offing here. So I'm not exactly sure. There's no way I would take any props. I was thinking about maybe a shot with Washington first 3, just because, Foster Griffin, high volatility, way up and down, but his last 3 starts have been flat out awesome. And the primary for Philly, Rangel, has been good in very brief relief appearances in the majors, but in the minors, he was very vulnerable. He had issues. He gave up runs. He's up here now anyway. So at the low line, I was thinking about taking a shot with Washington first 3. Wouldn't even want to take first 5 just because of the weather concerns, the weather issues, and definitely no pitching props. A lot of pitching props weren't even out. Modest bullpen edge to Philly, but I'm not sure if that even will matter here. Washington, of course, good. They've lost 3 or 4, but they can be good. And Philly was winning, and now they're out on the road. But the rain is the main thing that has me concerned here. Land of the Tree likes Nats team total over 4.5. I don't hate that. I wouldn't give a average bullpen for Philly. And again, the primary Rangel definitely vulnerable, although he has had success in the majors. And let's see. So who's even opening for Philly here? Yeah, Miza is the opener for Philly. So who knows what's going to happen here? Hold on, let me just quickly check one thing. How deep is he going to go? Not exactly sure. You know what? And there we go. France up 1-0 over Iraq. Very nice. You know what? This game, I'm just going to completely pass. I'm not even going to take the first 3 Washington, although that's what I was definitely thinking about. Let me just quickly check something here. Tell me what you think about this game, everyone. I'm assuming that Hopefully pulling up, some other stuff here won't make everything freeze. But yeah, it's just Foster Griffin has been so legitimately good recently that I wanted to bet into him in some way, shape, or form. You know, yeah, Miza, yeah, he could go a couple innings. All right, and who knows with the rain? So maybe first five. First five. What would that line be? Washington first five. Yeah, just minus 141. So yeah, so it's 20 cents more expensive at Pinnacle. It's just, is the rain gonna come? Are there gonna be weather issues here? And I think yeah, there's no way I can make it as official pick, but I will make an official lean. We'll make an official lean. Washington Nationals first five minus 141. Current line at Pinnacle. We'll make that a lean. Why not? Not an official pick, but an official lean. The second rated thing I do here. Minus 141. Washington Nationals first 5 innings. Official lean. Not official pick. Probably not even going to bet it, but it's definitely how I was thinking. All right, let's move on. Next game is Houston Toronto. Hunter Brown against Dylan Cease. This one I hit the under. Houston won 4 or 6 on their homestand. Now they're out on the road. Toronto won a bunch of their games there where they won 4 or 5, I think, on their road trip. Now they're back home. 2 excellent bullpens here, and obviously 2 starting pitchers who are usually very good. Hunter Brown came back from the injured list. His first start back seemed fine, pretty standard for him. Had a few walks, but kind of short, but it was good. He got strikeouts and everything looks good. And then Dylan Cease, of course, can get touched, but when he's good, he's great. Tends to have short starts, but get a ton of strikeouts. His last 2 starts were great. Either of these guys could get blown up. We've seen them, but in general, I think they both should be good. Both bullpens good, and I took a shot with the under. I also took a shot with the Dylan Cease over 6.5 strikeouts prop. He's grooving it right now. He's had 7 straight starts where he's gone 7 or more strikeouts, and only 2 of those games he got exactly 7. So he at home he's been great getting strikeouts, and so I did take a shot with that. And of course, also no run in the first 3 under, first 5 under. All those are probably decent as well. And even a shot with the Brown over 5.5 strikeouts. They didn't quite understand why that line was so low, but let's see where the total is. Yeah, now the total's dropped a little bit since then. I think I can't not add it though, even though it's super trappy. 2 awesome starting pitchers, 2 highly rated bullpens. Maybe it is the trap of the week, trap of the day, whatever. But I'll make it official for this game. Houston Jays under 7.5 minus 124. Current line Pinnacle. That's an official pick. Houston Jays under 7.5 minus 124. Should be okay. Yep. Dan H wins, likes Brown over 5.5 strikeouts. I took that one. Brown more strikeouts than Cease. That's because you're getting a huge dog line. I don't have this as like a likely down spot for Cease necessarily. But yeah, I hear you with that dog line. That is definitely very interesting. I did bet Bo and Dan H wins likes Houston +1. Okay, I can see that. That's going to be a big favorite line there. I'm not necessarily down on Cease though, but yeah, so we'll take the under 7.5 minus 121 minus 124, and then all these strikeouts props. So you don't really like Cease then necessarily. I do like Hunter Brown though. I took both of them. I took both of their strikeouts props over. The Cease one, God, it's getting up there now. Now I got it in the 130s. Now it's in the 140s or 150s. That should be good. But you know what? I'll make that one just a lean. Not an official pick, but an official lean. Dylan Cease over 6.5 strikeouts minus 145. Current line Pinnacle. B-rated play. Official lean, not official pick. I do like Hunter Brown, although that one hasn't really moved. I do like that one. And we'll make that one an official pick. Not a lean. Brown over 5.5 strikeouts minus 110. Current line Caesars. We'll make that an official pick. Although it's concerning that that one hasn't gotten bet up yet. I'm concerned about that. Fuck. You know what? Why am I being cowardly here? Make both official picks. Bump the Cease one up to official pick as well. So Cease and Brown, if one of them hits, one of them loses, fine. I'll eat a little bit of loss. Over 6.5 strikeouts for Cease -145. Brown over 5.5 strikeouts -110. Both of those official picks. Of course, the full game under 7.5. I'll take that one. And yeah, definitely would have leans to the first 3, first 5 under, all that, all the associated unders. Let's see, first 5 under. Yeah, 4 -130. That should be a little higher, shouldn't it? I mean, a little lower, shouldn't it? Why is that? Why it's a little bit suspicious. That's a little suspicious. Maybe I'll go for it as well. Maybe I will. They both should be good. I don't make that official lean. Not official pick, but that's a lean. First 5 under 4 -130. Current line Pinnacle. B-rated pick. Official lean, non-official pick, and that's it. As far as the side is concerned, really no real opinion. Both bullpens great. Brown and Cease both should be good. I guess I would agree slightly into Houston as a dog. I would agree with that. Why not? Let's see what people have to say. Let's see. Okay. Dan H. Wynn says, love this game. Love Houston. Okay. I like Houston a little bit. I don't know if I would say love you. Oh, wow. Look at this. Land of the Tree. Astros suck on the road. LOL. Blue Jays money line. All right. Land of the Tree and Dan H. Wins going directly up against each other. Look at that. Head to head. We'll see. We'll see who turns out to be correct. All right. Next game on the card. I'm just taking the under. First 5 under as a lean and both strikeout props overs. All right. Next one. Cubs and Mets. This is a tough one. There is some possible weather issues for this one too. And we got Imanaga against Senga. Tell us what you think about this one. This is a tough one. I didn't make any bets, and I think I might pass on this one. Imanaga, of course, 4 awful starts and then 2 excellent ones, both against Colorado, but one of them was at Coors. Now here he goes against the Mets. There's going to be a double-digit wind out, but there is some rain issues here as well. I didn't get a look at the radar before the show. It looks like here I can look outside. It was pouring a few minutes ago. Now it looks like it's cleared up, so probably this game will be okay. But again, there's definitely some rain issues when I checked earlier today. Cubs turning it around a bit, maybe, right? They beat Colorado 3 out of 4, and they won 6 of their last 9. So that's not so bad. Mets, they are what they are. Lost 4 of 6 on their trip, returning from Philly. Not terrible, but they should be better. And their pitching, they're having all kinds of issues with their pitching. I do give them a bullpen edge here. The Cubs bullpen is not in good shape for this one. So a small bullpen edge to the Mets. And then Kodai Senga is starting for the Mets. And he, of course, came back from spine inflammation. He didn't do well in his first start back. And his minor league rehab starts, I don't know what to make of him. His very last minor league rehab start was good, but it was in Double-A. He had 2 starts before that in Triple-A that were not good. So, his Double-A rehab start was pretty good. And that, maybe indicates that he's, that a bounce back here would be possible. But he definitely does not inspire confidence, right? 2 Triple-A rehab starts that were not good. 1 major league start that was not good. And one Double-A start that was good, but that was, the most recent minor league start for him. So you give him a little bit of a bump for that, but it's not looking good for Senga. And even Imanaga, 2 excellent starts against Colorado. Now you just say, all right, this guy's back. This guy's back. Maybe, maybe not, especially since he has problems with home runs. And if the game goes, there's no further weather issues, a double-digit wind blowing out here. The Mets do have some home run hitters. So, just adding it all up, probably just a complete pass for me. I would love to take some kind of shot with Senga getting hit, struggling, but maybe I won't do that. Let's see what people in the comments section have to say about this one. Let's see. Yeah, the line has moved. A little bit in the it's a teeny bit in the basically no movement. Basically no movement. The total has gotten bet up just a little bit from this morning. Yep. Again, 10 or 15 cents bet up from this morning, which makes sense. Imanaga, what to make of him? I think he's probably going to be a little vulnerable here. But when he's good, he can be very good. And Senga, same deal, but I feel a lot more confident that he's going to be vulnerable. I was thinking about the Cubs' first 5. I was thinking about that. And it's about the same price. At Pinnacle, there's no bump to us. There's no Pinnacle lean to Cubs' first 5. Which is something you'd kind of like to see. Let's see. Is there anything? Maybe I'll just pass. The only thing I'm really thinking about would be Cubs first 5. but I don't think I can do that one either because Imanaga could get hit, and Senga did have a double-A start. Yeah. All right, that's it. I talked a lot about this game. We know all the issues here. Total pass for me. Maybe the over. The over could be interesting, but that's it. That's it for this one. Now let's move on. Next MLB game on the card, Milwaukee, Cincinnati, the return of Brandon Woodruff. Right, I should have introed the show with this, against Brady Singer for Cincinnati. So Brandon Woodruff, of course, when he's in his career, he's been an absolute stud, absolute elite starter at times in his career. He's coming back from the injured list, and he had right shoulder inflammation. In his first bunch of starts this year, he was good, but not lights out. And then his minor league rehab starts. Again, I know a lot of times, starter pitchers are just trying to get their mechanics down, not necessarily trying to get outs or suppress runs, but you do kind of sometimes you do want to see, some success in the minors, which is why Senga's, double-A start actually does give me a little bit of hope for him here. But Woodruff's minor league rehab starts were not good. He was talking about how he didn't even need the second one. Okay. Maybe he wasn't trying. Maybe he was just pitching batting practice. But, he was good, but not lights out before the injured list. And then he comes back and 2 minor league rehab starts where he got hit. Then Singer starting for Cincinnati. He was vulnerable all year long, but a bit less so recently. So he's definitely pitching well right now, improving. But, Milwaukee has a nice lineup that can be that hits righties very well, So Singer, my numbers indicate that he should be vulnerable here, even though recently he has he's been better, and my numbers don't necessarily always don't take into account fundamental factors for recent changes in form. But I'm not sure if that's the case with Singer. I think he's just good, had a few better than average starts due to variance, and now he should be a little bit vulnerable. So both these guys I see as vulnerable, and I was actually thinking running the first 3 over, first 5 over. I'd give a small bullpen edge to Milwaukee here. They're a big favorite here on the morning line, and they still are right here. Minus 146 full game. I don't know about that. Milwaukee, they lost 2 of 3 at Atlanta. They won their last one, though, and Cincinnati had been struggling. They won 2 of 3 at the Yankees in their last series, so they're, better right now. All things considered, adding it all up, it would definitely be at the current line, full game, Cincinnati or nothing at the current dog line. I didn't bet it, not sure if I would. But, and I also took a shot with the Woodruff under strikeouts prop. He could be back. He could get 6 strikeouts here. He could get 9, but I'm not sure about that. And I did take a small shot with his under 5.5 strikeouts prop at a decent line. And I also took a shot with his over 4.5 hits prop at plus money. Again, if he's close to top form, he could easily go 7 innings, 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, and then they both lose. But I don't know. And Cincinnati doesn't hit righties well recently, but they're still a major league team. They're still a damn major league lineup, right? Let's see what people in the comment section have to say about this one. Thomas Maggio says, I like Reds, but no play. Yeah, I agree with that. And I definitely think that there's question marks here with Woodruff. So let me decide what I want to go to the mat with, what I want to make official here. Let's see what we got. The Woodruff strikeouts. Yeah, look at that. That's a tough one. I'm just not sure that I'm feeling it right now for Woodruff. Maybe he was just maybe he was just trying to fake everyone out with his minor league rehab starts, or maybe not. I'm not sure. What should I do here? All right, I'll take it. I'll make the Woodruff one. I'll make the strikeouts prop official. Under 5.5 strikeouts minus 149. Maybe if he's really good, maybe they'll yank him after a few innings or so. Woodruff under 5.5 strikeouts minus 149. Current line Pinnacle. I'll make that one official. And then the hits prop. Yeah, man, it's getting bet up. All right, so the market clearly thinking that that Woodruff's going to be okay here. But yeah, we'll take that one as well. Woodruff over 4.5 hits plus 123. Current line Pinnacle will make that official pick as well. Woodruff over 4.5 hits plus 123. Current line Pinnacle will make that one official. Tough one. This is a tough one. This is a tricky one. I forgot about the ones that I like the most, which is just the first 5 over, first 3 over. Look at this one. First 3, 2.5 minus 140. The 5 minus 130. That's a little tough. If the first 3 doesn't go over, would I want the first 5 there? Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see what the the market actually giving Pinnacle. It's more expensive to take Cincinnati first 5, so the market giving Singer more credit than Woodruff, which I would agree with. I don't love Singer here either, but Woodruff, big question mark for me. I think big question mark for me. I think. All right, what should we do here? Let's take let's do the first 3 over as an official pick. 2.5 minus 140. First 3 over. 2.5 minus 140. And run in the first inning. Should we make that one official yet? Why not? Why not? Why not? Yeah, let's do it. We'll make that one official as well. Run in the first inning, yes, minus 125, current line Pinnacle. So those 2 plays will make them official, along with the Woodruff props. And I guess we'll just leave it at that. A very interesting game. We're very interested to see how Woodruff does when he comes back here. Very interested to see how he does when he comes back here. And we'll leave the full game alone. We'll leave the full game completely alone. All right, that's it. Next game on the card, Cleveland and White Sox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more games. All right, I think our pace is okay here. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. Nuke Worker, great to see you. Smack the like, fellas. Nuke Worker, I've been so busy. I'm going to respond to you on Twitter for your gracious thanks and congrats on Twitter. Nuke Worker, can't wait to hang out again. I'm going to try to make it up to Canada at some point. Very soon. Somewhere in Canada. I'm going to try to make it out there. All right. Next game on the card is Cleveland and White Sox. This is another interesting one because Gavin Williams, high volatility, but not last 3. Last 3 games, all getting hit hard. Anthony Kay starting for the White Sox, and he had also been great in May, but now he's getting hit hard in June, but he's been much better at home. Wind blowing out. Cleveland, of course, they have injuries on offense. They're still getting some wins, but they're kind of slumping. And the White Sox, in general, a good team, but they're back home. They lost 5 out of 6 on that road trip. But they were against 2 tough teams. The Yankees, even without Judge, are tough. And Detroit, again, now a very respectable team with all their offensive guys getting healthy. So losing 5 out of 6 on that trip is not good, but a little bit forgivable. Give a big bullpen edge to Cleveland here. So I do kind of like the White Sox, if not full game first 5, which is crazy because in general I've been high on Gavin Williams in his career, and even this year I think I gave some strikeout props at cash. Doesn't look like he's good here. Anthony Kay should be okay. Cleveland lineup a little bit iffy right now, and so I do like the White Sox here first 5 and full game first 5 a lot better though. And I'm thinking that something, Gavin Williams, he's been giving up home runs. His strikeouts are kind of down. And I also took a shot with Williams under 6.5 strikeouts. Now he could, bounce back at any point and be the stud that he often is and put up a huge strikeout number. In that case, I'll have to eat it. But I don't know. I'm willing to bet that his issues continue here. My numbers indicated, maybe a lean to K over 15.5 outs, so he really doesn't go deep. And the White Sox first 5 team total over, just because Gavin Williams, my numbers indicate that he should be vulnerable here again. Let's look at what people in the comment section have to say, and then we'll see what I will make official. Do a quick freeze check. Nope, no freeze check right there. And yeah, so the White Sox again. I would give a pretty big bullpen edge here though to Cleveland. So I would definitely take first 5 before I would take full game. And just another kind of a fade of Gavin Williams. Let's see. Let's look at these lines. They should be able to get to him, I think. Chicago White Sox, first 5 innings. All right, we'll make that one official. Chicago White Sox, first 5 innings, money line, even money, plus 100. Current line at Pinnacle. We'll make that official. Chicago White Sox, first 5, money line, plus 100. And let's look at this Williams strikeouts prop. Yeah, it's not getting bet up, really. I think I'll make that one official too, although that is a little bit, very risky because Williams, when he's good, is great. When he's good, is great. And and the total has gotten bet down. So that's pretty interesting from this morning. Total's gotten bet down from this morning about a full half run. It's not the overnight line. That's this morning. So that means that despite the wind blowing out, market indicating that they think that Williams is going to at least not get crushed, at least not give up 8 runs or more. So, all right, maybe that's the case, but I think I'm going to have to take this Williams strikeout prop anyway. Although it's definitely a little bit iffy. I can't not do it, I guess, because I did bet it. Can't not do it. I mean, I definitely cannot do it. But, man, it's a big favorite line now. All right, we'll just make it a lean. Not an official pick, but an official lean. The B-rated pick, Gavin Williams, under 6.5 strikeouts, minus 154. I got it a bit of a better line than that, minus 154. That's an official lean, not an official pick. Second rated pick. And, so I was thinking also about White Sox, first 5 team total over. But clearly the market expecting Williams to be good. What's going on here? 1.5 minus 125. You look at Williams' most recent starts. That looks like a great call, doesn't it? A great pick, doesn't it? Market expecting Gavin Williams to be good. I'm not really. Well, tell us what you think. Thomas Maggio likes the under if it was 8, but it's now 7.5. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised the total's gotten bet down. K can get touched, Williams, I think, but obviously the market is not agreeing with that. But you know what? I'll just take it anyway. White Sox first 5 team total over 1.5 minus 125. Current line of Pinnacle. I'm going against what the market is suggesting here about Williams, but I'll take it. White Sox first 5 team total over 1.5 minus 125. Make that an official pick. So 2 first 5 bets on the White Sox to touch Williams a little bit, and that's about it. I guess that's about it. That's about it. Let's move on to the next game on the card, which is the Dodgers and Minnesota. Tell us what you think, everyone. Lauer I had listed as a starter, but now looks like he's the primary. There's going to be an opener. Zebby Matthews starting for Minnesota. High volatility with him, very up and down, right? He's had 7 starts this year. 5 of them were like the 2-run type. 2 of them he gave up 7. So, obviously the Dodgers, great offensive team. They crush righties. So this could be maybe we got one of his bad starts coming up right here. It'd also give a significant bullpen edge to the Dodgers. Dodgers an excellent bullpen for this one, and Minnesota actually slightly below average, subpar. So that's interesting. Who do we have? Who's Eric Lauer is the primary. All right. So who's starting? Who's starting for the Dodgers here? Klein. All right. Okay. So there's going to be an opener for the Dodgers, Klein. And Lauer has been decent, solid since the Dodgers acquired him. Of course, they acquired him because they were having pitching issues, but he's had 3 starts for them. Overall, they've been okay. They've been good, but the peripheral's not great. He's been giving up home runs. He doesn't get strikeouts. Overall, he's been okay, but he's definitely playing with fire. But then again, Zebby Matthews, it's hard to get a read on it. High volatility. He either gets crushed or he's good. Weather here, mid-70s, tiny wind angled in, so it's not great hitting weather here. But, of course, the Dodgers, again, can definitely pound the hell out of righties, one of the best teams hitting righties all season long. So it, definitely feels like a Dodgers or nothing spot here, despite the fact that it's a decent road favorite line here for the Dodgers. Gotten bet up a little bit in their favor. It just makes me nervous because I also did bet Matthews over 4.5 strikeouts because even when he gets hit, he sometimes has big strikeout numbers. It's just that Matthews, when he's good, he's good. He's very good, and Lauer is not that good. His peripherals are not that good. They look vulnerable. Matthews' outs prop was also very low. His outs prop was 16.5, heavily juiced to the under. Decent dog line for the over, and he's gone over that number 6 out of his 7 starts this year, including one of his starts where he gave up 7 runs. So clearly the market was indicating that Matthews is going to get hit. His earned run prop was also 3.5, heavily juiced to the under, but still a 3.5. So yes, I guess adding it all up, I like the Dodgers -1. It just feels very risky. Let's see what people in the comment section have to say here. Yeah. All right, maybe I will pull the trigger on the Dodgers -1. It'll be about -120 or so. Again, bullpen edge. Lauer, okay. Matthews could get hit. All right, I'll take it. Makes me very nervous, but I'll take it. LA Dodgers, full game -1. Money line -145. Run line +108. Current line's a Pinnacle, so that comes out to about -120 or so. Official pick. Makes me nervous, but I'll take it. LA Dodgers, -1, -120. I also, though, like the Matthews strikeout prop, though. 4.5. Even though, he could get, even though he could definitely get touched. And I will make that one official as well. Zebby Matthews, over 4.5 strikeouts, +107. Current line Caesars. That's another official pick. Lauer is just going to have to hang on, baby, for one more game, not get crushed. Minnesota's not good against lefties, but Lauer is looking very vulnerable, very iffy, very questionable. We'll see. So that's it. And maybe I'll make the Matthews outs prop a lean because, if he gets crushed, he won't go that deep. But I just don't understand why it's all right. I'll make that one a lean, not a pick, but a lean. Matthews over 16.5 outs +108. Current line Caesars. That's not an official pick, official lean, B-rated pick, and we'll just leave it at there. An interesting game here. We'll see. We'll see how Lauer does. We'll see how Matthews does. We'll see if the bullpen edge to the Dodgers that I have here on my sheets actually matters. We'll see if Matthews gets hit, but still gets 5 or more strikeouts against this excellent Dodgers team that crushes righties. All right, next game on the card, Arizona and St. Louis. We got 4 more games to go. Shout out to everyone in the comments section. Let's see, where are we? Arizona and St. Louis. Okay, so this one, we got Merrill Kelly going against Palante, and Merrill Kelly has gotten crushed in his last 2 home starts. His last 4 on the road has been good. So Merrill Kelly looks very, very vulnerable, but on the road, less so. In this kind of park, maybe he gets a little bit of a break. Should be about mid-70s, but a tiny wind angled in, so not terrible pitching weather here. And then you have Palante for St. Louis. High volatility this year, but he's been more good than bad and been good recently. Weirdly been worse at home, though, where you would expect him to have more of an edge. So, St. Louis a favorite here. Arizona kind of 50-50 right now. Now they head on the road. And St. Louis also, again, they played that series against KC. They lost 2 of 3, a high-scoring rivalry series. They won the last game 12-10 on Saturday, and to give a small bullpen edge to Arizona. So my numbers said take the shot with the under at 8.5, even though Merrill Kelly is very questionable here in general. Still liking the under. And also I took a shot with Palante over 3.5 strikeouts, even though Arizona can be hard to strike out against righties. They still can get struck out, and he is definitely been improving recently, getting more, and I think his strikeout numbers will probably go up at least a little bit going forward. So that's probably my that's my favorite play on this one, is just a shot with the Palante strikeouts line. Although, wow, it looks like it's headed up. Let's see what they got at Caesars right now. That's not great. I got it at like -130. Looks like it's headed significantly up. Let's see where the lines have moved here. Kelly and it's where are we here? Yep. So the lines moved in in St. Louis's favor from this morning, about 10 cents, heading back up towards St. Louis, and the total, kind of sticking where it was. I do like Palante to have another nice little start. And I'm going to have to take 3.5 -136. All right. That's an official pick. Palante over 3.5 strikeouts -136. Current line Caesars. That's an official pick. I know that Arizona has a problem striking. It's hard to strike out against righties, but we're going to take it anyway. Over 3.5 -136. I got a little bit better than that. Definitely leaning under on this one. But Kelly is definitely vulnerable. And then the Arizona team total under is interesting as well, although St. Louis has a little bit of a bullpen issue. I don't want to take the Arizona first 5 team total under 1.5, even at plus money. Thomas Maggio bet the Cards. Yeah, juiced -140. It's just a little tough to bet them after that huge win against KC. Play that I'm really liking the most. God, Kelly has got to get it. He's just got to get it together, man. Kelly cannot get crushed here. He's just got to hang on. All right, we'll make it a lean. Not an official pick, but full game lean. Under 8.5, -103, current line Pinnacle. That's a B-rated pick. The top pick. Under 8.5, -103 Pinnacle. If Kelly gets crushed, which could easily happen, all right, you lose it. Yeah, I would definitely be leaning St. Louis, but can't pull the trigger on. I like Palante. I took the Palante strikeouts prop over. I would even be leaning the outs prop for him as well, but it's just like a big favorite line. So I didn't take a shot with that one. But that's going to be it for me, I guess, for this one. Interesting stuff here. Interesting stuff here. And then I guess we'll move on. Next game on the card: Boston and Colorado at Coors. Jake Bennett against Feltner. Colorado, a small home dog. You see this a lot. Kind of who knows what to make of this one, but no brainer would be taking Colorado as a home dog. Colorado did just win 2 out of 3 against Pittsburgh last series. In Boston, they've been better on the road. They just won 2 of 3 at Seattle, but in general, not a great team. And Jake Bennett going up against Feltner. Feltner is, one of these guys for Colorado who is not great, but kind of knows how to get results at times at Coors. He's had some good home appearances here. And Jake Bennett, back and forth from the minors. He's been okay in the majors, but, a little bit inconsistent. And now, of course, he's making his first career start at Coors. How will he respond to that? Really hard to say. Small pen edge to Boston statistically, but probably we throw that one out. And I did take a small shot with Feltner over 14.5 outs, even a big favorite line, because, he's kind of crafty, he knows how to get stuff done at Coors, and whether he gets hit or whether he's good. If he gets hit, they might leave him in there. And, so that's the only thing that I was really that I bet. Definitely leaning Colorado as a home dog, although that line hasn't really moved. Let's see what people in the comment section have to say about this one. If anything, this is a tough one. Coors throws a monkey wrench. Godfather, shout out, baby. Did France win the first half? I'm assuming they did. I don't want to check because it might freeze up my whole friggin' thing here. But shout out to you, Godfather. Shout out to you, baby. All right, so I think I'll make the Feltner outs prop over. I mean, he get hit though. It is hot weather at Coors, and there's like a small wind out that I saw as well. So definitely good hitting weather, especially early. Don't want to take that high total though at 11.5. Let's see where the total is right now, if it's moved at all. Yeah, 11.5 juice to the over. But even if Geltner gets crushed, they might leave him in anyway. They do that a lot. Yeah, I might have to just pass on that one. Actually, you just never. Boston could. Oh yeah, now all right. So now it's 15.5 up at Pinnacle. All right, that's going to be a pass. He could have a nice 5-inning 3-run start, or he could certainly get crushed. No doubt about it. Boston could put up 9 runs on him. All right, even though Boston has not been hitting righties particularly well, definitely be thinking about an over, like a first 5 over or something. Although it's just anything could happen here, and it's going to be a super high line. Let's just glance at what the first 5 total is. First 5, 6.5, even money. 6 minus 126. I can't do that either. I've been leaning that way. Bennett should be vulnerable. This is probably not a great spot for him, although you never know what's going to happen. All right, complete pass for me, I guess. Complete pass for me, I guess. Shout out, Godfather, baby. Shout out, Godfather, baby. Complete pass for me on this one. Although I'd like somehow Bennett should be vulnerable. Can't take the Colorado. Oh, the 2.5 minus 132. Man, that is, yeah, gosh. Bennett, it's his first start at Coors. He's been iffy in the majors as well. Up and down, hot weather. What's he going to do? All right, I'll make that one. I'll make it official. Why not? Colorado Rockies, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5 minus 132. Current line, Pinnacle. I'll make that official. Make it official. That's questionable, but I'll make it official. What the hell? I'll go for it. All right. Next game on the card. We got 2 more to go. And 2 more to go. And 6 more minutes. Next game on the card. The Orioles and the Angels. Bradish against Allegri. This is a bit of a tough one. Bradish had 2 bad starts in a row, but then he came back at Seattle, facing them for the second game in a row, and had an awesome start. 7 innings, 12 strikeouts. And before those 2 bad starts, he had an excellent May, a very good May. So Bradish is good. Allegri, a lefty who got crushed at Arizona in his last start, but he had 2 nice home starts before that, but definitely questionable. Doesn't get a lot of strikeouts, gives up walks, very iffy. And questionable. But Baltimore, coming off a big series at the Dodgers, they won 2 out of 3 in that series. They won yesterday 12-1. So they're riding a high here. Now going into the Angels, and the Angels just split 4 games against the A's. They won their last 2. I'd give a solid bullpen edge to Baltimore here. Baltimore, I'd rate them a bit above average. Angels, a bit below average for this one. Baltimore doesn't hit lefties well, though, but Aldegari is vulnerable, so you can throw that out. Bradish, I think, should be good again. The Angels, though, coming off of a high-scoring series at the A's without Mike Trout, so they have been hitting recently without Trout, but that doesn't, they should at some point that should come and bite them in the ass at some point. And of course, the Orioles a big favorite here. This morning, the Angels were like around plus 140 or so, which is right about where they are right now. Just adding it all up, my numbers indicated a bunch of things that I didn't like. I didn't pull the trigger on any of it. Numbers indicated small value with the under at 9, at like minus 115 or so, but I didn't bet that one. Just made me uncomfortable. Numbers also indicated Aldegari over 3.5 strikeouts, even at minus 160. I didn't bet that one either because it just made me nervous. He can be so vulnerable, Baltimore strikes out a lot against lefties, but he can be so vulnerable. I didn't bet that one. And numbers also indicated Bradish over 17.5 outs at minus 150. I didn't bet that one either because, he should be good. He can be good. But this lineup, has been hitting. He's coming off a huge bounce back start, so I'm not sure I'd want to bet into that. And Baltimore does have a pen edge here, so they're not going to leave him in if he's getting hit. So I haven't bet anything here, and I don't know if I really will. Numbers indicated a bunch of things that had some value, and I didn't pull the trigger on any of it. Nicholas Handy likes Tyler O'Neill. It's Baltimore's birthday. Okay, all right. Thomas Magic says O's but too juiced. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Jeez, look at this. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, shout out Arthur Mead Jr. Shout out Arthur Mead Jr. Hell yeah. Where's Gorky? Yeah, shout out Gorky. Shout out to everyone. I'm missing a lot of fun, good vibes in the comments section while I'm sitting here overthinking this Angels and Orioles game. Yeah, it would, free play would have to be at the current line, the Angels at plus 142. Pinnacle. The Angels are nothing. The Angels are nothing, but I can't pull the trigger on it. And also lean under Aldegari. All right, I'll make that one. I'll just make that one a lean. Full game under 9, minus 112. Current line Pinnacle. B-rated pick. Official lean, non-official pick though. Under 9, minus 112. And everything else I will pass on. Although Aldegari, the outs prop, also over 14.5 outs at minus 115. I actually did bet that one a little bit. A little bit of value there according to my numbers. Aldegari. All right, I know I got to pick it up. I enjoy overthinking once in a while. Once in a while. Aldegari should get a little deep here for him. I'm going to pass on that. I'm just going to pass on that. I'll just take a shot with the under. Probably also bad. That's probably a loser. That's why I made it B-rated, just a lean. And that's it. All right, next game on the card. Last game is Atlanta and San Diego. And this is an interesting one because we have 2 awesome bullpens here and 2 very iffy starting pitchers, although Michael King a lot more iffy than Grant Holmes for Atlanta. In the morning, this was even on both sides, minus 110, or minus 106, minus 106. Total was 7.5, juice to the under. My numbers indicated there was value on the under, but Holmes is going to have to be okay. And Michael King, something's wrong with him, man. 5 starts in a row. He has not been good at home and on the road. 27 innings, 19 earned runs, 14 strikeouts, 11 walks, 6 home runs. Just ugly. Something's wrong with this dude, man. And then Grant Holmes has been okay, but not great on the year. He's very reliable. He doesn't get crushed. He usually just gives up 2 or 3 runs, and he's been good against the Padres in his career. 2 great pens, 2 awesome pens for this one, and good hitting weather. So no doubt I'll be looking to live bet the under after the starters are out, and maybe just after Michael King is out. I know what's going on with him. I have no idea what's going on with him. The market giving him some credit, but he has definitely had some major issues past 5 starts in a row. Thomas Maggio says, lean San Diego. San Diego have owned Atlanta. If I was going to take San Diego, I would wait until King's out. Just not sure what to expect for King here, but my numbers indicating like not good. Not good stuff here from King coming up. Some real issues here. And let's see where the market has moved. Yeah, not much, but let's see what the first half is. Yeah, wow. See, the market is giving the Padres credit. I mean, King credit. It's more expensive to take the Padres first half than full game, which makes no sense to me at all. They're like, well, the Padres are good, but King, oh. So obviously the market expecting a bounce back from Michael King, and I'm not buying it, really. I am going to take a shot with the Atlanta Braves, first 5 innings. Just the money line, plus 102. That's the official pick, current line Pinnacle. Going against what the market and Pinnacle is saying, but I'm going to take it. Atlanta Braves, first 5, money line, plus 102. And I also do like the full game under, although, again, it's just King. King is what makes me nervous here. I like the Padres, full game under, team total, that is. Sorry. It's low, but still, home should be okay. Bullpen should be good when it comes in later. All right, the full game under. What do I want to make? What do I want to make official here? I know we got to wrap up very soon, but again, the huge question mark is King. I see no statistical reasons to expect him to be better here, but there are market reasons to expect him to be better. The market giving him a lot of credit, more strikeouts thrown. King minus 150, outs recorded 17.5 juice to the over. Expecting him to be good. King earned runs 2.5, heavily juiced to the under. Market expecting King and Holmes to be a wash here. Interesting. Lex Steele says, how don't you take the Angels at this number? Because I give a significant pitching edge to the Orioles, both starting pitching and bullpen. But yeah, you're right. Free play would definitely be on the Angels. All right, so we're taking that one, and we got to decide what we want to do here with this crazy, wacky, wild, interesting game. King, what is King's deal here? All right, you know what? We won't overthink it. We'll take the full game under 7.5 minus 120, current line Caesars. Full game under 7.5 minus 120, current line Caesars. I think that Holmes should be okay. So we'll take also San Diego Padres, full game, team total, under 3.5, minus 111, current line Pinnacle. Take that one as well. We'll take that one as well. Definitely will be looking to live bet the under after the starters are out, maybe just after King is out. And maybe King will have a great start. Definitely leaning. I definitely also took a shot with Holmes over 14.5 outs, even at big plus money. I'm sorry, at a big favorite line. I'm not sure that the Padres are in good position really to chase him here. I know they've been hitting better recently, but Holmes should be okay. Let's see. I'm just going to quickly check Pinnacle here. I'll probably make this one because they do have such a great pen that they might yank him early. All right, I'll make that one just an official lean. Not official pick, but a lean. Grant Holmes over 14.5 outs, minus 142, current line Pinnacle, B-rated pick. That's just a lean, not a pick. Definitely a lean. And what else do we have here? So a lot of picks on this game that I'm giving, picks and leans and everything. King has not been getting strikeouts. My numbers indicated, under 4.5 strikeouts had some value at like minus 105 for King. Let's see where this line has moved, if at all. Strikeouts prop for King. Yeah, I don't know if I can pull the trigger on it, but King looks like he has some issues. All right, I'll make that one a lean too. Under 4.5 strikeouts, minus 105 from Michael King. Just a lean, not a pick. That's borderline pick. I'll just make that one a lean, official lean, and I guess that will be it. Let's quickly glance the comment section and wrap this up. Yep, there you go. Thanks so much, everyone. Another great, fun show. Hopefully the picks will be positive. We'll see you on Wednesday, baby.
It's easier to sleep in the black when you're losing your ass. nice and feeling so, you know what to do. Tune in to Pop Sports Radio. Easier to sleep in the black. It's easier to sleep in the black. It's a roller coaster ride, you're gonna catch a bad beat. No problem, keep your head up and just bet the spreadsheet. It's easier to sleep in the black. It's easier to sleep in the black. All thanks to Jeff Slaughter, these shows have our backs. POD's always rolling, especially the stats. Easier to sleep in the black. It's easier to sleep in the black. We got Jimmy, Jose, Debbie and the fam, Dutch Wine Time, Spooner and OG Wham. So hit the like button, don't say that you can't. If you know what's best, just put your money on tape.